is the guy who came from Cuba. I get that screwed up. I'm 72 years old. I'm lucky I found my way from Eli Road to here. I had a guide dog drive my car down here. All right? Sorry. I know, smoking. JT, I'm sorry, was not the guy who came from Cuba. Jerrad Ryan, come on down.
Hey! Where is he?
So I'm Jay Chateau, I'm not from Cuba either. Either is Jerrad. He is kind of Mr. Worldwide. Alright, so congrats to all the inductees tonight. Fantastic careers, well-deserved inductions. It's an honor to introduce Jerrad as the second Dodger all-time to be selected to the Hall of Fame. Get out of here! This is extra special for me. We started our journey in the Hockey League with a tryout with South End and ended up 2 years with them and then ended up a decade more with the Dodgers.
Dodgers!
Ultimately
Dodger
ending
what?
in 2 inductions to the Hall of Fame, which is pretty awesome.
Malden. Malden what?
You're gonna hear me say we and us a lot. I'm gonna make this quick, Dave. But I feel like we did this together. Take your time. And even though, one of us was the first ballot Hall of Famer and the other one was inducted under was selected in the last year of his eligibility. We still did it. We still did it together. So I want to thank the selection board for finally letting him in because I can't deal with any more text messages or lobbying or anything that I'm sure you guys dealt with more than that, but it was a lot. So it means a lot to him. For those of you that don't know Jerrad, he was the loud, kind of over-the-top annoying one at shortstop at third base for the Dodgers. Quintessential masshole, if you will. I know we all know Walshy, he's not here right now, but if there was more of a masshole, they have a bidding war for that, but it was close.
100%, baby.
But that's who he was on the field, and off the field, he's the exact same. Loud, but rallying the troops for after game drinks, winning, losing. We were having a good time. We were going to celebrate somehow or the other, or figure out what was going on. Screaming at the bar, starting Yankee sucks, whatever the story was. He was a leader. He was loud, but that was a Dodger through and through. For quick stats. Career batting average 283.
Hey!
280? Are we sure? Last chance to 283. Before 400 batting average might have been some bigger years. Together we had 20 All-Star appearances. He contributed 5 of those. Appreciate that. We also had 3 Gold Gloves. I say we and us. We had 3 Gold Gloves. We had 3 Silver Sluggers. Again, contributed 5 of those All-Star games. Appreciate that. I had a lot of jokes. I had jokes about him hitting. Listen, no, we're all done. We're almost done. I had jokes about 868 fielding percentage. I had illegal bamboo bats. I had all kinds of stuff. It was 225 after our, inducted. We started checking for Andrew. Picnic table conquest. We had a lot going on, but at the end of the day, he's an all-time great, all-time Dodger, all-time leader at bats, runs, hits, walks, stolen bases. He was a terror on the field. All-time great Dodger. So my pleasure to introduce Jerrad Ryan.
Hey!
Mr. Worldwide! Mr. Worldwide, let's go! Yeah!
Let's go, boys! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
Awesome.
Very good, Jay. Outstanding.
Before he gets his plaque, I have to have one word. He text messaged me one time and offered me
Oh,
a
wow.
house in Florida if I put him in the Hall of Fame.
It was a piece of shit house.
I used to petrify the Dodgers. Every so once in a while, I'd go to the sports bar on Old Colony Avenue where they hung out. I believe.
Seaport.
Seaport.
And I'd walk in the door and they'd say, "Oh shit, we can't talk about him anymore." Congratulations. That was a great induction. Thank you.
Attaboy, Shats.
Listen, that was pretty awesome, right? I mean, guy Jay over here, he's already a Hall of Fame inductee. For who don't know him, Jay Chateau, right? He was the first Dodger to get inducted into this Hall of Fame, right? I could go on for days about this kid. I mean, we played Little League baseball together. I was 11, he was 10, and we were on the same team, right? We were just two kids from Malden, grew up together playing baseball, loving baseball, became a part of this awesome league that I can't even tell you guys how thankful I am to be here. I flew up from Florida from this yesterday. Now, I've been living in Florida for the last 20 years. If anyone wants to buy a house, I produce South Palm Beach County, Broward County, Miami-Dade. We'll put the cheap plug behind us. You know, more about Jay. I mean, I was the best man at this kid's wedding. You know, I love him to death. He's an all-time teammate. You know, and the best thing about the Dodgers, honestly, like, we weren't always the best team, but we competed. Like, we fought. Like, you didn't want to play us. Like, we were just like that
Mustache
grimy
up.
team that just came up. We had the most girls in our games. We irritated the umpires. Like, we were just that team. You know, and we're talking 20 years ago when there were 16 teams in the league. Like 20 teams, like, it was hard, dude. Like, you came to the field every day knowing you had to bring your best game, right? And that was against JT. That was against Evan and the Malden guys, and we're Malden people. Right? I grew up in Malden. So did Jay. You know, I was jealous of you guys because you guys won, and we were the little Dodgers. That we were the Brookline Dodgers. We went to the Beacon Hill Dodgers. We went to the Harbor Point Dodgers. We went to the Savin Hill Dodgers, which I think that they're still at today. I think they're still the Savin Hill Dodgers, and I'm proud to be a part of that. You know, this league is very special to me. I mean, I played 13 seasons in this league, right? I'm 43 years old. You're talking 1/3 of my life I dedicated playing 35 games a summer in this league. And it was some of the best times of my life. And it was because of all of these guys back here at this table, right? I could go on for memories for days about these dudes, but they were the reason why I played. They were the reason why I competed. You know, DeFusco throwing 8 innings at Rogers Park against Somerville, winning in a walk-off home run with Tapper. Fucking Zydzi hitting 2 home runs at Playstead with both our dads there. You know, Josh Frias just fucking batting me in every other at bat, like an 0-3, like it was 35 runs that season. Like Patty Mack, Chateau, Duffy, you know, Kurt Edwardson, all those guys. Smitty, some one of my best friends. We split season tickets to the Pats today. And he's wearing a fucking Dodger jersey right now. Look at this guy right now. Like, that was the reason why I played, because of my teammates and how we competed. And it says a lot to the league. And thank you for Dave. Thank you to O'Hara. Thank you to Tresca. Thank you to Griffith, who called me about about this nomination. I couldn't be more happy to fly up here for this and be a part of this league that I dedicated 13 summers to. You know, it was a really big part of my life, and I just loved every moment of it. I wouldn't trade anything for those summer days, hanging out at Cityside after the games, having no money in my pocket, but just going to the bar after the games. Yeah, things were different 20 years ago. You know, and it was just, I love the league. I hope it continues. You know, Dave, I can't thank you enough, and to the board and to everyone here. My whole family's in the back table, in the back left. Thank you guys for being here. you know, my Uncle Mike, my Uncle Bob, who came to every game with my dad. Honestly, I'm gonna say really quick to my dad, who passed away, 18 months ago. He was our biggest Dodger fan. He came to every Dodger game. Like, for 13 years, my dad was at almost every single game. And to have him there in my corner and just competing, it was an amazing part of my life, and I can't say anything more. So thank you to everybody here. Thank you to everyone who I competed against. Thank you to all the inductees tonight. Thank you for this great night. I can't say enough about it. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much.